Hey everybody, welcome to our Former Athlete Society question and answer session. That means it's Thursday, it's 9 a.m., and it's time to dive deep in some of the audience and participating Skool member group, our Former Athlete Society, those questions, and I'll bring some of the answers. So, as always, every Thursday we do this question and answer session with our Former Athlete Society. Now, here's a full transparency. I know it is possible that no one is here live with me, and that's okay, right? I'm still going to show up. I'm going to deliver some value and talk through 5 solid questions that has come up recently through the chats, the comments, the emails, the direct messages. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this stuff. Now, even just maybe some of the questions that I think that the Former Athlete Society and former athletes themselves wrestle with once they're outside the structure of the team environment. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first question I got, and this is through, I'm looking at the screen here, this is through a direct message through our Skool community membership site, is how do I stop overeating at night? All right, here's probably one of the top 3 questions that I get in the Former Athlete Society. You're fine all day, and then at 9 p.m., for whatever reason, it hits, and you are raiding the pantry or the fridge like it's full contact sport, right? This is so often I see this from time to time, right? Here's the thing. Usually this has nothing to do with your discipline. It has everything to do with the rhythm in your day. So most of us, we probably undereat early in the day, and especially probably undereating protein and fiber. And by nighttime, your brain is screaming for a dopamine hit. You combine that with fatigue and maybe a little boredom in the evening, and that's a recipe for late night chaos. So my recommendation is this. Try to front load some of your protein at breakfast and lunch, right? So things like eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken sausage, whatever. Toss in a good amount of carbs and some color, and if you fix the morning, you fix the night. And if you're still hungry late night, that's a separate thing, and that's probably worth diving into, but I'm not going to unpack that here for our Q&A session. Now, the second question I got was, Coach, how do I handle lifting when I travel every week for work? And the cool thing is, I love this one because it's real life, right? There's no more chartered buses. You don't have a team itinerary. Teamworks doesn't exist on your phone anymore. You're booking your own flights, living out of your own suitcase, and working probably odd hours. And that is every working professional. We all do those things. So here is my go-to answer. Ditch the idea of perfect. Your travel workouts shouldn't compete with your regular ones. They should complement them. So even 20 to 30 minutes of structured work, body weight circuits, hotel gyms, utilizing their little tiny dumbbells that they have, a push-up or a pull-up ladder, something like that. All of those things keep the engine firing. And most of all, it keeps the identity intact. And that's the real win. Travel doesn't kill your gains. All or nothing thinking kills your gains. So stay flexible, keep moving, let go of the idea of perfect, because quite frankly, nothing is perfect when you're traveling and you're a working professional. This next question I got through Instagram, and I want to make sure that I address it here because I think it's important. Coach, do I need to periodize my training now that I'm not competing anymore? Coaches, we all love periodization, the good old structured progressive overload plan with phases and cycles and all of that, right? But here's my short answer. Yes, you should still periodize your training. But let me explain a little further. You don't need to periodize like you're preparing for March Madness or the College World Series, right? Your body would still benefit from cycles. So maybe 4 to 6 weeks of hypertrophy, 6 weeks of strength work, 2 weeks reset, because the human body, quite frankly, loves change, hates monotony. So if you just do 4x10 forever, your results will stall. Your joints will probably complain, and your mind and mentality probably will check out. So yeah, plan out your training, right? Even if it's loosely, think of seasons, not spreadsheets, right? Keep your training evolving even if you're no longer chasing a gold medal or a national championship? So this is a question that I absolutely love, and it's one that I definitely think needs answering because it is great, right? So I got this question from our Instagram, right? So you could always Instagram me any of these questions, DM me, and I promise you that if if it hasn't been answered before, then I will certainly go here and answer it live here. But this one comes from somebody that's interested in our Skool community. Coach, how do I stay mentally in it when I don't have a team holding me accountable anymore? And that, for me, that's a phenomenal question, right? Because it cuts really deep to something that's important for me, right? It's one of the hardest transitions for former athletes. No more team huddles or captains or strength coaches yelling your name when you miss a lift. So, what now? What do you do? How do you manage that now that you are in your professional days and you're in your playing days? You have to build your own locker room. And that's part of what we're doing here in this Former Athlete Society Skool group. So maybe it's texting a buddy every Sunday with your training plans and asking what there are. Maybe it's posting your meals once a week in the community, this community where you can share your wins and your losses. Maybe it's hiring a coach, even for 3 months, just to recenter your focus. What's important about it, and listen, part of this Skool community is that those that engage mostly with it, right? You like the post, you comment, you share your wins, you share your losses, you watch the curriculum, or you watch the videos, you gain participation points, right? I always say this in college athletics, there's no participation ribbons or medals or anything like that. In this Skool community, there kind of is, but there's a perk to it. If you participate most, you get points. If you are on the top of the leaderboard every month, you get a perk. And the perk is I will give you free training. I will give you a strength conditioning program. And you can change that program every month. And if you are the person who engages with our community group the most for 12 months straight, you'll have a full year of personal coaching delivered right to you, right? Now, that said, accountability isn't something that you just grow out of. It's something that you have to re-engineer. And so without a team, you don't need a system. And if you don't build one, then you will always feel a little unanchored. So whether it's our Skool community group or one that you build natively, that is so important, right? So important. The last question that I got and I received, this one is emailed to me directly. You can always email me questions at Skool, Skool, at adamringler.com. And I will answer those live here, right? If there's not a participation, like people that's in this, watching this live and asking their questions, they get first dibs with any of their questions. Then I go to all the email, direct message questions, anything like that. This one comes from again, an email. What's one small habit that makes the biggest difference for long-term progress? If I had to pick one, I'd say this. Train at the exact same time every single day. Even if it's not optimal, even if it's short, even if your workout's a little rushed for whatever reason, life throws chaos at us, right? The consistency creates momentum for everything else. So why does this work, right? What's the mechanism behind it working? Because once it becomes a non-negotiable thing, like brushing your teeth, you don't think about, it's nighttime, I'm gonna brush, should I brush my teeth? It's morning, should I brush my teeth? No, you just do it because it's your routine. And once it becomes a routine, a non-negotiable, you stop debating it, you stop fighting it. The mental fatigue of should I lift today disappears. And that is the real science, that's the real secret behind staying consistent. Most people don't quit because training's hard. They quit because deciding gets really, really exhausting. So lock in your training hour, protect it like it's sacred. That one little habit that you do, that thing that you pay towards yourself, that thing, that's a ripple effect for the rest of your week. That's going to be a wrap for our Q&A session. Again, this is a small little microdose, 10 to 15 minutes every week, where we get to jump on. I get to provide some answers to any of your common questions. And I'd say this, whether you watch this live or you caught this on replay, sometimes I share it on YouTube, sometimes it's only exclusively for a Skool community membership group. I appreciate you being part of this community. I appreciate you watching this video. If one of these questions hit home for you, or even if something new comes to your mind, drop it into our Skool group. That's where we can keep this conversation going, and that's where we can build this community and this accountability for you. So, talk soon. Keep showing up for yourself. I appreciate you. Until next time.